Hi, this is Talley. I'm here to do a video today on the V40 LFIT heads and the recent recall involving these devices. Many clients have called us and have asked very specific questions about why are these hips failing? What's the mechanism of failure? And we've had a lot of discussions with experts in the field about these V40 heads, and what they have told us is the problem with the head has to do with the juncture, the neck stem juncture. And I'm showing you here, this is actually a V40 head. And this is a hip. This goes into the thigh bone, okay, the femur. And then this is the neck, the part that veers off to the side. And this is the head. And the head is supposed to fit tightly onto this neck, all right? Now what's occurring is this juncture where the two pieces of metal meet. That's where the problem is occurring. And specifically, what we've been told is that there's a problem with the heads, that they are corroding. What that means is they are losing metal. And the corrosion starts the moment the hip is put in and slowly progresses over time. And the corrosion's occurring actually inside this juncture. And what happens is over a period of time, the corrosion can get so bad that the juncture loses metal. And so where you have the two pieces together, if the corrosion gets so bad that you result in a situation where there's loosening. Instead of this being a tight fit, it's a loose fit because of the corrosion. Now once this happens, then you end up with this spiral, downward spiral effect where the corrosion actually gets much worse, because once these pieces are loose, then you have a lot of motion. You have what's called micro motion. The neck and the head actually are moving. And when they start moving, that causes friction between the two different kinds of metal. This is titanium and this is cobalt chromium. And then that really increases the corrosion. And you end up with corrosion of both the neck and the head as well. Now, this corrosive process where you reach the point where there's loosening occurs somewhere between 5 and 7 years. At least that's what the experts are telling us. And then once you reach this point where there's actual loosening going on, then the corrosive process speeds up dramatically. And it can be catastrophic. There has been 5 reports in the medical literature where the corrosive process on the stem is so severe that the stem actually just breaks. The entire stem corrodes here at the juncture, and then the stem and the head, what they call it disassociating, meaning it breaks. And when that happens, it's not a pretty picture. So if you have a V40 head, there's a couple things you need to be concerned about. First, you need to know if you have high cobalt and chromium in your blood. If you have high cobalt and chromium, that means that this head is corroding, and that process of corrosion is starting. It may not reach the point where the stem is corroding, but you need to be aware of that. The goal in these cases is to remove this head and replace it before the stem starts to corrode. Because once the stem starts corroding, you have to replace it. And replacing it is not easy. Getting this stem out of the femur is not easy because it grows into the bone. And it's been described to me as it's like getting rebar out of cement. So it's a very difficult process. So you want to catch this problem before it becomes a serious problem, before you have this breaking of the neck, before you have so much damage to the stem that you have to replace it. So if you have a V40 head, or you have any problems with cobalt and chromium, you really need to check this out with your doctor and tell him your concerns. So if you have one of these hips and you have any concerns from a legal standpoint, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at the phone number on the screen. You can go to our website, fill out one of our online forms, and a lawyer will get right back to you.